Hey guys, how's it going? Andre Face Official back at it again with another video. Before we get started into this, just go ahead and click that, smash that like button and turn on your post notifications so that way every time I drop a new video, you guys to get notified. But let's go ahead and get started then. So we are going to be going over a few pairs today, which is Euro UD and Euro APY for potential buys on market open Sunday during London session or New York session on Monday as well. So first of all, I do want to go over Euro UD. As mentioned, Euro UD, I believe it was last or around this week that we did get in for that buy position. Actually, we hit take profit, but right now we're going to be looking for more buying positions because we look at a daily time frame here. On a daily time frame, we can see how market in this area, right in this area, this right here is what we call an imbalance area. So why is that called imbalance? Because it's just a pure pressure of buyers. So right here, the banks got in for those buying positions, so there's no sellers at all. It's just buy, 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 buy. So that's what we call a institutional trade, right? So right here, we came up to this equal highs and clear out all the liquidity there. So every time we clear out equal highs, old highs, market's always going to tend to do what? It's always going to tend to do a retracement back down. So since we do have this daily imbalance, in this case, market's going to tend to retrace where it is either 50% of that daily imbalance or either come all the way back down into our daily accumulation price candle, which is this last bearish candle before the push up. But I really don't see it going that deep down. Why? Because we do have the breaker here. So we have this breaker that's being currently tested right now, which it broke structure, right? So we also mark our fib level from start to the impulse. That should definitely be our 0.50 level or on our 0.62, which is a decent discount area in which we do want to be looking for buying positions. We also start seeing some rejection here on a daily from this first daily candle. Well, this candle right here, we saw that rejection to the upside. Pretty respected it and market closed up here. Then we have this other daily candle, which we had this pin bar going to the upside as well. Market came and tapped to that breaker and got rejected. So it's been respecting very, very, very well into the daily accumulation price candle. So what I want to go ahead and do to get more confirmations going, I want to go ahead and go to a lower time frame like the 4 hour. Why? Because most likely in the 4 hour time frame or the 1 hour time frame, we're going to be seeing a test on an accumulation price candle inside this region here. So let me just go ahead and box this area right where we had that 50%, which would be this candle right there. So that way you guys could see what I'm talking about. So right here, we should be having either 4 hour or 1 hour accumulation price candle, which that's why we saw that rejection here on the market. Which that's why we saw that rejection here on the market, right? So let's go ahead and go to a lower time, like the 4 hour time frame. So here in the 4 hour time frame, that small area that I boxed, we could see how we had this 4 hour accumulation price candle. So let me just go ahead and delete this box, which is going to be this 4 hour accumulation price candle right here, which is that last bearish candle before the push up, which gave it that momentum to the upside. What did the market do? Market came and retraced into it here once, respected it, didn't break below it, came into here once again, got rejected and closed above that accumulation price candle until like around 50% of the accumulation price candle is where you see that test. So most likely right there on that 50% of that accumulation price candle that we see rejections and market closing in that area, that's going to be maybe perhaps and most likely the opening of a 1 hour accumulation price candle. So right here we see how market came and respected it once, twice, 3, 4, 5 times, actually 6 times. After the 6th time, what do we see? We saw market rejection to the upside. We saw market rejection to the upside, now breaking through this high. Since we broke now to, on this new 4 hour high, what is market doing? Market's coming down to retrace once again into a 1 hour accumulation of price candle that we are going to be leaving around this area. Maybe right now you say, hey, Andre, I don't really see an accumulation of price candle there. Well, you don't see it because we're in a bigger time frame. But obviously, if you go to a lower time frame, like the 4 hour time frame, you're going to be seeing an accumulation of price candle there. And also right here where we see this opening, why we saw that big push up on that 50 and this 50% of this 4 hour accumulation candle is because most likely if we go to the 1 hour, you're going to be seeing the opening. So let me zoom out. Opening of what? What did I say before? Opening of 1 hour. There we go. See, that 50% of that 4 hour time frame, boom, was that opening of that 1 hour accumulation price candle. Market came, tapped it here, candles closed right on that opening, and got rejected to the upside, which is where we see this big push going up. But right now, I do want to focus on current price. And that right there just give me confirmation enough to indicate that market is not going to start going to the upside. It's no longer going to be coming down, but we are going to be seeing upside movement on Euro UD. So I had mentioned right here on this wicks that you saw that doge in the 4 hour. You said, yeah, you didn't see the conventional price candle, but since we came to lower time frame right here on the 1 hour, we currently see that conventional price candle there, right? So we see this conventional price candle here that got rejected once, twice, 3 times, and 4 times. Market spiked all those 4 times, perfectly rejected. It looks that maybe around Sunday market open, we should see market come once more into that area, into that region once again to come and test it. Or it could either come into 50% of that conventional price candle, which is right here. So now another confirmation I do want to add into this, once we mark that 50%, we want to go ahead and add that Fib retracement. So let's go ahead and add that Fib retracement from the start of the impulse to another impulse. So my Fib retracement, I am always going to be placing what it is on the wicks, wick to wick, start to end, right? So right here, we have the 7.9 level. The 7.9 level aligns perfectly with that opening of our conventional price candle, which that is where I'm going to be wanting to have my entry price. Why? Because that's giving me an extra confirmation to add on to my buying positions. So that right there is going to indicate me to get in for buying positions. So for what it is Sunday market open, I'm going to be keeping an eye on this. I mean, right now we can't really play a sell limit or a buy limit or anything like that because market's already closed. Market always is going to close on Fridays at 5 p.m. PST and open on Sundays at, my bad, at 2 p.m. PST on Fridays it's going to close and open on Sunday 2 p.m. PST as well. So Sunday market open, we should definitely see market coming into this region, either come back into its test right here, or it could come into 50%, get rejected, and close above in that area. So just go to the 50-minute. Let's see if that 50% is going to be the opening of the a lower time frame, which right here in this 50%, we could see that we have this last bearish candle before the push up. So most likely, we could see a push deeper into that area and start getting rejection here and have market close the candle and that 79 Fib level, which would be the 1 hour conventional price candle. So we should definitely be keeping an eye on that. And that is going to be it for me on Euro UD for that buy position. So just keep an eye on Euro UD. Next one is going to be Euro JPY. Euro JPY, I'm also going to be looking for some very, very good buying positions. We also take a look at the daily time frame. Well, on a daily time frame here on Euro JPY, we could see how market actually left buy side liquidity right here. So we have all this buy side liquidity that market has to liquidate and clear out before we see another major push down. And overall, I mean, we did come into this daily cumulative price candle as well, which is where we saw that rejection here. That's why we saw that big push to the upside. So we have this daily cumulative price candle right here. This last bearish candle before the push up, market can retrace into that area, tested it, got rejected, boom, to the upside. And we currently created a new cumulative price candle, which is our most recent cumulative price candle of the daily time frame right there, which you guys could also see how market came into it. Let's go ahead and zoom in. So market came perfectly into it. That would have been a wick entry we got in for a buying position in that area. But no worries, there's going to be still more buying positions to be getting in for next week. We could most likely catch a mitigation coming back into that cumulative price candle or a lower time frame cumulative price candle. But also what you guys want to do is add that Fib level. So at that Fib level, start tuning out the impulse. And you guys can see how it came into that 6.2. Came into that 6.2, got tested, and market started getting rejected. So that's where we start seeing that rejection to the upside. So what I want to go ahead and do, if I want to get in, since I have not gotten in on your APY, we are going to be overall be looking on buying positions though. So let's go to a lower time frame. Here on a lower time frame, we might not be able to find a good entry on this 4 hour time frame. It's going to be most likely on the 1 hour. But areas that we do want to be targeting, as in take profits, it's going to be on equal highs. So right here, we have all these equal highs that need to be liquidated as well, which right here, we have all the stop losses of retail traders. So market is going to keep spiking to the upside to clear out this equal highs here that we have right there, and into the daily time frame to clear out the liquidity on the daily time frame, which is right there. So our first TP that we'll be having, if we do get in on lower time frame, that'll be like around catching a close 88 pips and to potentially get an overall 350 pips for our overall take profit. So just go ahead into a lower time frame, see what we can find. Well, see here in the lower time frame, we could definitely find a good area to be looking on to getting in on the market for a buy position. So we have the 1 hour cumulative price candle right here. which we did get rejected before one time, and that's where we see this big push, this bullish push to the upside. So I would want to see market open Sunday come, maybe perhaps I would really want to see come back down into this area, test one more time before we go into a bigger push to the upside. So just keep an eye on your JPY. This would be our entry. If we are going to be getting for a buy position, just keep an eye on this level, which is at the 123.293 to get in for buying positions. After that, I mean, market should definitely start making its rally to the upside and get that spike coming up to clear out this relevant equal highs that we have on the 4 hour as well as the 1 hour, and then clear out the liquidity that we left on the daily time frame all the way up here. But with that being said, guys, that'll be all for today's video. Hope you guys learned something new. And yeah, just keep an eye on UD and keep an eye on JPY as well. They're going to be super, super great trades to be taking for this coming next week. With that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Go ahead and smash the like button. Turn on your post notifications so we get to get notified for every single new video that I am going to be dropping on a daily basis. And also click the link in the description so you guys could join my live sessions with all my students. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Happy day and happy trading.